Did you leave police work to do this, or were you already planning on retiring? Was there like a reason you retired or left that?
Yeah, so I mean, like about halfway through my career, so I really committed my life to Christ. I mean, I was baptized and was a professing Christian when I was younger. I met my wife, and I wasn't a church guy. I wasn't churched. I wasn't saved, and started going to church with her just because she went to church and accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. I'd say probably around 19-ish or so, 20, but I mean, I wasn't living like it. Right. I go to church on Sundays, and then I'd go home and just I'm good for the week. But something around age 30 for me really clicked, and I really understood, I guess, and I guess that was just the Lord really opening my eyes and allowing me to comprehend the reality of what He's done, the price He paid for me on the cross, and that kind of led into me taking my relationship with Him seriously and fully committing my life to Him. And they need for the day. Wednesdays and Thursdays we work for the city. Yep. City contract, doing litter pickup and graffiti removal. And then the other 2 days are like a lot of landscape maintenance, nice, hauling jobs, whatever the case is. And so this is obviously, we're really kind of like a re-entry life skills program. So everybody cooks, everybody cleans. Yeah. So they clean up in the morning, they clean up in the evening. They do double scrub on Sundays where they're doing a more of a deep clean. Right. But this is kind of generally, they have a chore list. They switch with who's doing what, who's cleaning what throughout the day, who's leading devos. I mean, it's definitely an informal calendar that we change on and off. But then who's cooking dinner? Everybody's required to cook dinner throughout the week. They have some open nights, like tonight. They have they go to a life group at our associate pastor's house. Actually, the associate pastor, who was the one that had it on his heart to start this, him and his wife both went through U-Turn for Christ multiple times. And then they had hooked up with the Bridge Monterey, and that's how this kind of where everything came from. But anyways, they'll cook, and we're trying to work with them on the nutrition component more now, so making sure they have the right food to cook, give them a menu that they can work off of. They don't have to use it fully, but just to make it a little easier for them. And then obviously they have their laundry days. They get issued their pods and different things like that. And then their daily schedule is pretty set for the most part. And TVs is eligible on Saturdays and Sundays between specific hours. Otherwise, there's no cell phones, no TV. Just a lot of time to kind of focus. Yep. Do our best to try to maintain like the cleanest environment we can. Number one, to just teach general like skills how to take care of your house, how to take care of your home when you're out of here, which we've seen transfer. Even when guys come out and they're struggling a little bit, relapse or whatever, they're cleaning their house, they're going to work, which is like kind of mind-boggling to me because that doesn't really happen when you're in your addiction, No, but that's what even still trying to work out, even when they're struggling,
And those little things like putting the fan away or making your bed. There's like this Admiral McRaven speech that he gives it. Like the guy who's the commander of SEAL Team 6 gave this like speech, or maybe one of the SEAL teams, maybe not 6, but about just the importance of making your bed every morning and starting off doing one little thing. When we talked on the phone, I think I mentioned that kind of, when you just get sober, you have this backlog and this track record of doing a lot of bad things, and you feel really badly about yourself, and you just need to start doing one little thing at a time so that you develop a track record of things that you can feel good about. Yep. And the make your bed thing is really small, but it's a year of making your bed, a year doing your laundry, a year of making your own food, a year of working out, and you're like, wow, I've had discipline for a year.
Amen. A year of working.
Right.
Our work program, we really try to just build the foundation as far as like authority structure goes, learning how to submit to authority, learn how to work with integrity, learning how to work completely, and having follow through and all those things. So that's kind of those are the things that we focus on really. It's kind of like if you can't show up and pull weeds with a good attitude, that you're probably not going to show up and swing a hammer with a good attitude. So we're trying to get them to the point where they could then excel and get some more advanced training go through get some education, certifications, things like that. So we really try to get them up to that baseline. And we've seen a good success in the guys that have come out and just started in warehouse positions, and now they're in management.
It's awesome.
Now they're
you start you start the display that you can listen and do the right thing, and then you unlock a whole other level of freedom based on that.
I think you talk to employers, and couple things they look for. Sounds silly, but it's very simple. Show up.
Yeah.
Show up on time and be sober.
Right.
If you can do that, then we can work with you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at least those are the people that I've talked to. Just have somebody that can show up on time with a good attitude and sober, and we can work with it. And
do you guys have a protocol for guys that are in the house that relapse? Is there like a zero tolerance policy? They get booted, or how do you guys handle that? I know there were halfway houses that I worked at that zero tolerance,
It's zero tolerance.
Yeah.
We've had one relapse in almost 6 years in the
Wow.
house. So that was actually, James is actually our house manager.
Yep.
So he's a graduate from the Monterey program. He's been with us here. He lives in the house currently, so he's our inside, and I live right next door.
Right.
And so our house manager before James actually was the one who relapsed. He's currently, we sent him to another program. And he's actually in New Jersey right now.
Nice.
So he's been our only relapse, because we search we search and test and do all those things. And they're with us 24 hours, and there's just not a lot of catting off and scrolling around.
Yeah.
So
obviously more risk at a halfway house than an inpatient.
Oh, yeah.
But you keep it locked down and tight.
And even with our guys, there's another house in the back. We can go take a look at that. Our second phase, our graduate housing.
Oh, nice.
So we still, essentially, they're still in the program. We retain
just more
control. Yeah, they go to work. They pay program fees at that point. I think one of the common misconceptions with the guys in the house that the environment that they're in here is somehow very difficult, and that if they can just once they get out of here, things are just going to all fall into place, and that's just typically not really how it works.
It's
because
the opposite.
You
think you have, you don't have any. The autonomy that they don't have is difficult because you want your own autonomy, but I don't think it's right. It's forgotten that with that autonomy comes all this responsibility that you're just not ready for.
Yeah. And I think it's, we're trying to protect the sobriety time for the guys to give them a large chunk of sober time, and so do our best to eliminate possibilities of relapse while they're here, which we have, again, been successful in doing by the grace of God. Again, because of the accountability, the structure that we have in the program, it's really drastically reduced that. It can get a little tight on the guys sometimes, and we try to be very sensitive to that. Because they're here 24 hours a day, they're with us, but our work program's such that they're out and about, they're in the community. Obviously we're going to church, they're going to life groups, they're still out and about, but I think sometimes they would probably like to take a walk on their own. And currently we don't have that structure set up on their own. Previously we've had group walks that were allowed, had some issues, so we had to pull back a little bit on that, because obviously we want to be respectful of our community, and if we lose eyes and accountability, and so we just try to do our best to maintain that integrity as much as we can.
So with this being who pays? It's free for them.
So it's donation supported nonprofit. So our operating budget is about $660,000 a year. So it costs about $65,000 to $75,000 to put one guy through the house. And some of that comes
year, which is that's good. That's really good. You rehab a month stint. It's maybe that just for a month.
I just talked to a lady at the NCC who said I think it was her son she sent through, and it was $8,000 a month to send him through a program in Southern California. So we work off of private donors, the churches that give, and then our work program as well. We actually charge for our work. So when we go out and do work, we charge for it.
So they don't make the money, but it pays for the stay.
That's correct.
That's awesome.
That's correct.
That's awesome.
So everything's included here, whether here the room and board, any different training opportunities.
That's incredible. Are they going to 12-step meetings at all? Do they have any of that built into the program, or?
So right now we don't do the 12-step stuff, but we're actually kind of in the midst of just evaluating. Do we have too many barriers that are potentially hindering people from coming into our program?
Right.
And what barriers can we eliminate and remove to potentially open up our channel for individuals that are stream for people that would want to come in without compromising the program. So that's kind of, we're currently in the midst of evaluating.
What barriers are you guys evaluating now, I guess, specifically eliminating?
So the 1 year, a lot of people, specifically here in Napa, a lot of people are not interested in the 1 year, which we're not necessarily wanting to we're not backing off of our stance that 1 year is going to be more effective than a 30-day or 90-day.
Right.
But we're, contemplating going to a program that's more phased out, where you might have a 60 or 90-day first phase, and then you graduate, and then you can stay and go into a second phase that's 180 days or 60 days, and then ultimately 3 phases or so that would create a year long, where you're accomplishing milestones, you're getting a graduation or certificate of completion. You can transition out at that point, which we can help you transition. You can stay if you want, and then coupling that with the way that we run our job training program, where they may start getting, being able to employ them sooner. I think one of the other things we're doing is just trying to make sure that we are really giving guys access to as many services and resources as possible to help them be stronger when they do transition out of here, and just continuing to pour into them and encourage them. Like relapse, obviously we hear relapse is kind of part of recovery, but giving them the greatest opportunity to not relapse, and get them connected into community, get them again building those solid life habits, really just kind of digging everything out, kind of getting to the root of everything, getting everything out. And so if we were to add that kind of component into it, that could help sift through some of that. And then again, offering different counseling services, biblical counseling. At this point, we're just saying, what do you need? We're asking our guys to really evaluate their own selves. We'll sit down and meet with them, but really just document everything. What do you need to take care of? What is it, in the past? Are there things that you need to deal with? How can we help you? What kind of services? You know yourself better than anyone. What is it that you need, so that we can make sure that we get you connected with all the proper resources while you're here, in addition to just general life skills and the training that takes place already.
This seems like I never was a resident at a halfway house program or like a reintegration thing like this. For me, it was just inpatient rehab, and then I went to 12-step meetings, and for me, I was not at that point where I was ready to take ownership and I guess want sobriety or to change my life to the degree that it seems like you need to be here. Like, it seems like this is, hey, you have to want it to be here, and if you don't want it, it's just not the place for you, which is good. That's one of the reasons I actually left my major in social work and started getting more involved in CrossFit, because anyone who walks into a CrossFit gym and wants to pay $160 a month really wants change. When you're working for the city or the county or the government, you're working with a lot of people who don't want it, and it just is. So I wonder how much of that, I needed AA because I just, I wasn't ready to take that full accountability. And I think it could be a beneficial thing, but also I would, there are a lot of young people's meetings where you're surrounding yourself with people who are a lot of people that don't really want it, and they're just there to screw around. And I would almost think there might be scenarios where the risk of relapse is higher just for going and being around them.
That was the biggest thing for me, I feel like, was having 4 months in the inpatient and that big chunk. And I feel like I noticed, one of the bigger things I noticed getting sober in AA was just how insidious that early cycle was of guys coming in and out and in and out and in and out, and then without that big chunk of kind of you not having the option. It's so hard.
It's difficult. And obviously we're serving guys, a lot of them that have been in and out for years.
Are you hoping to increase your holding capacity? Because right now you said it's around 6.
We
5 to 6.
Yeah, we can take up to 8. We'll take up to 8, but that's kind of just a hair above capacity. And we do that because, and we had 9 in the house a while back, but that we knew it was going to flush out just because that's just the way it happens. And then now we're down to 4. I think somebody left, one got kicked out. And we'll go through waves like that, which kind of surprises me too, because again, it's free, and we do on the back end everything that they need help with. We support them through all case management and just dealing with all the probation, parole, whatever they need to deal with, driver's licenses, getting their education back on track, GEDs or high school diplomas or whatever. One of the coolest things about CrossFit, I think, and it's different experiences that I've had in other athletic sports or whatever, is even the elite athletes, most of the time, 99% of the time, are extremely encouraging and supportive of the lower level of the scaled athletes like myself. You don't have this, it's not like this competition, it's more of an encouragement, like you guys coming in here and saying, no, let me help you to help you grow and develop, And so even with each one of those little milestones, those little steps of growth, comes that self-confidence and, you know, that sense of pride without being bad kind of feeling pride, you know. And then that develops that community relationship, which is extremely important. One of our guys, Steve, his name's Steve, he's in second base. He was up there, he volunteered the whole weekend.
Nice.
And he was just having the greatest time.
Oh,
he helped
awesome.
at our booth, and he got super connected to the CrossFit community.
Yeah.
That at Wine Country CrossFit is where he goes, and he's over there and communicates with them, fellowships with them.
Sick, yeah.
So
that's probably a lot of parallels between CrossFit and AA that I've at times maybe thought about, but just everyone having a similar goal, or the same goal, really, is just to be the best version of themselves, and in a gym is probably the biggest parallel. And having a bunch of people that want to be there, it's not like, you know, it's not mandatory, so it's optional, obviously, and you have to pay for it. So if you want it, you're there and you want it. And I think that just common goal is huge in terms of just suffering alongside people. And that's, I think, the thing that ties it together, maybe the glue, is that you just suffer alongside people who want the same things that you want, and they're trying just as hard as you're trying. And you can tell when the guys next to you aren't trying that hard, and there's kind of that accountability, and which is cool.
Yeah. Our goal on my heart would really be to put a recovery center in our community, like Bridge Recovery Center, or whatever we want to call it, where you have a hub that people could come to for connection, whether they want a program or whether they're just looking to get some sort of resource help. We can have the fitness arm where people can, for free, get embedded into that and kind of start engaging in that community. Have a coffee shop, have a place where people can come get, you know, support with, you know, job training, and just connect to other resources in town. So that's the goal, you know, kind of built around the fitness that we're, you know, and at least in my mind with CleanLife, that it would grow into something a little bit bigger, so that we can serve as, you know, many people as possible.
Yeah, it sounds incredible.
4-bedroom, 2-bath with an attached manager's cottage, essentially. We had to move out of there, and then the house that my family was living in sold at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And we moved into just this house with phase 1 and my family.
Okay, this house.
This house.
Wow. Just the second base house.
Yeah, so this is for our graduates.
Okay.
Sorry, to turn the light on.
No, all good. This is nice.
Yeah.
So you live up front.
And we live in the front house now, yeah.
So there's like 3 houses on the...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's we have chickens in the
Dude,
back.
we gotta see that. Can we see that?
Yeah.
So you guys just, and do they lay eggs, the hens?
They're still babies.
Yeah.
So even the oldest ones.
He's a young rooster.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Our goal is to be respectful. I mean,
For sure.
A program like this into a residential neighborhood. The first time we tried to open the first house, it was in a residential neighborhood. It was a nice house, and the neighbors really
Just were so
they lost it. They came out literally with picket signs. We had a meeting on the front porch of the house.
Yeah.
Because they caught when we were going to do it, so they started getting upset.
Yeah.
And so we went and passed out flyers, and even just passing out flyers, people were super abrasive. And so we had this meeting on the front porch, and people were standing out there literally like telling, you know, we're going to burn your house down. And I'm like, what? We're not loud. We come in and try to make a positive impact in the community. You know, pull the neighbors' garbage cans in. Just everybody in this neighborhood, I think, knows who we are now. We've not had one negative response. They actually called a local paper, the Napa Register, and they came out and did an article about us moving in there because they were so upset. Well, the Napa Register wrote the article, and then the community got a hold of it and were very aggressive towards the residents over there. That how they were, you know, handling it, which obviously we didn't want that. I didn't want a bunch of that stuff, but it worked out. And so we've just opted to make sure we move in quietly and make sure that we we have cameras all over our house, mostly for the guys' protection, to say, no, it wasn't us, you know. And most of the time, if somebody doesn't want to be in the program anyways, they're going to leave. They're not going to stay around. Exactly. They just want to get out. So that's been our experience.
Are you guys connected with like inpatient facilities or treatments that almost as like a feeder into you guys at all, or?
So yes, we go every Sunday. I go out every Sunday, and we do basically like a small church service at our county-run program.
Yeah.
And so myself and our worship leader and a few other guys go out, and we switch take turns teaching. So right now we're teaching through the Book of Mark, and we just provide, they call it their spiritual service, so they don't have to come, but we'll have anywhere from 12 to 20 people come, and they serve maybe 18-ish on the guy side and up to 12 on the ladies. So, and that's our largest inpatient and only other inpatient in the city.
In Napa,
and even in the county, I think there's only one other one in the county.
Right.
We're trying to evaluate all our different components continually just to make sure, that we are effectively serving, guys to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
Not just how we think it should go, but how it actually is going to work and transfer into their life and give them stepping stones and a solid foundation,
Yeah, we're here with the Bridge, The Bridge. These guys over here,
Okay.
These are our guys. So I'll link you up with Anthony. He's running the crew here.
This is Anthony's son, Hayden.
What's up, Hayden? Taylor.
I'm Bryson.
He just graduated from high school and is running the Marine Corps.
Oh, wow.
So he and I, as the product comes in off the pallets, off the trucks, he and I are just breaking down the pallets into their actual sections. So you got deli, you got meats, you have dairy, and so we were breaking those down as they come in. These guys are stocking the pantry, so everything that's already been broken down, they're actually putting that on the floor for when customers come in.
Okay, cool.
And then they'll stock the shelves with it. And at the same time, we're also shopping for the houses.
Awesome.
So the Bridge gets their food from here. Our household gets the food from here. He and I were just kind of going over a list because we have the dietary plan and the workout has kind of overflowed into our house.
Yeah.
So my wife, Hayden, and I all trying to eat better and exercise more. And of course, he's getting ready for the Marine Corps, so he's gonna need to get in shape.
Well, I guess I'll just help. So maybe I'll just start off with Trinidad. Help me. It looks like he's doing something simple.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Bryson will just follow around and watch you guys. And if you get annoyed by him, just tell him to fuck off or whatever, screw off or whatever you want to tell him.
Not a problem.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. How can I help?
Stuff that has like a lot of protein in it, but it's pretty good right here.
Oh, yeah, 28 grams.
And 430, it's not bad.
Just the food label in general.
Yeah,
Nice.
just trying to find something that is good, I can eat.
How long you been at the Bridge?
I've been here for 6 months already.
6 months.
I came December 9th, 2024. Yeah.
How'd you hear about it?
So I was going through like rough self-addiction.
Yeah. With?
Meth, everything. Pills, meth, everything,
Yeah.
And I just was at the bottom, man. Hit rock bottom. I had no one to reach out to. I used to be gang banging too.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to get out of my city because I left that lifestyle, so I had a target on my back. And so I had really nowhere to go. Couldn't figure out how to get a job or anything. So I used to live here in Napa when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I was in foster care out here.
Yeah.
And I called up the CPS, and I know that there's funds for foster kids. So I asked them, like, is there anything you guys could, provide for me? Because I need to get out of this area really bad,
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, like, what are you interested in? I was like, I'll relocate and everything. So a social worker, she put me in contact with Aaron. And I called Aaron, and he told me everything about the Bridge and what it is. And I said, yeah, sign me up, But during that month that I was supposed to go, I had a lot of complications. I had a hernia surgery I needed to get done. So I had to put it on pause until I got that done. And then during that time, I experienced some sort of stability.
Yeah.
I started working.
Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't need it anymore. And I had went like a whole month clean off everything. And then I relapsed.
Yeah.
I felt discouraged. I wasn't ready at all, and I relapsed. And I told Anthony previously, like, hey, man, thank you for everything, but I think I'm good. He's like, all right, man, we'll be praying for you. Reach out, if you still need us or anything. So I remember I called him, like, hey, man, I need to come now. I went down bad, real bad. And I think it was like on a Saturday, I called him. I told him, he said, how fast can you get here? I said, I'll leave on Monday. So I just packed all my stuff and just dipped.
Came back, yeah.
I came back, I had to. I don't know, only God knows where I would have been right now, honestly, dude.
That's crazy that you even came to the point just on your own to want it. That's so rare. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
I seen where I was going, and
But that's crazy, just the fact that you could see that in that, because when you're in it, it's hard to see sometimes. You're just so deep in it, but yeah, that's crazy, the God moment. It was similar for me, different circumstances, but I had this moment where I was like, holy shit, what am I doing? And I had said no so many times, I kind of want to get sober, I don't want to go to treatment, I'm not doing any of that. But then just one time it all changed. All right, how can I just help? Just in the shop, just look for stuff with high protein in the boxes?
yeah, good stuff that's good, good ingredients.
And then do I just stack it here?
Yeah, stack it right here, man. I pretty much got everything that I could find that was pretty good,
All right, so you've already been through?
Yeah, I've been through most of it.
Do we find a box to put this stuff in? Or?
Yeah, we got boxes over there.
Okay. I'll grab a box for that then.
Preferably sliced bread.
Okay.
Because I haven't put any of that out yet.
Gotcha. Sliced bread. And no bagels, just this. Oh, bagels too?
Bagels are good.
And your name was David?
Yeah.
How long have you been at the Bridge?
For 3 months.
3 months. Been good for you so far?
Yeah. It's been good. Just getting into their routine.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me what to do. No, tell me what to do.
You're doing the right thing, man.
Okay,
Just getting where you fit in.
Okay, cool.
The pastor, I'm going to give you a hard time now. I heard that.
And then obviously we work with probation, and we were going into the jail. I just don't have the bandwidth right now as far as like where different directions that I'm going or Anthony's going. There's, so maybe eventually we can get back in there if we're able to kind of get a team together. And we were just doing Bible studies there, and then we present our information. So if they want, when they come straight out of the jail, they can come to us if they wanted to, or they could request a program. Sometimes they're eligible for program as opposed to jail time if they're willing to give up time credits or submit to something probation may want to put on them or whatever. So we try to work with them as much as possible.
I got a bunch of proteins over here. Those are the 2 boxes like I'm mainly getting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like focus more on like lean beef and stuff like that, and just chicken.
What do you guys cook usually?
Well, sometimes if we're not like.
What do you cook? What's your go-to?
My go-to is probably ground beef with a bunch of vegetables in it, like a stir fry.
Vegetables, yeah, stir fry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gotta be my go-to.
That sounds good.
What is anyone in the house with you have their go-to that you like?
I know David cooks just a big old chunk of meat, just roasts it.
Yeah. That's good.
That's always he always roasts it pretty good, and then everybody else just either we cook out pasta or pasta with ground beef, So, these packets are our lifesavers because not a lot of people in the program know how to cook so much.
Right.
So it's just an easy, just
Toss
put it in
a
a pan.
Eggs, you guys eat eggs?
Yes, yeah. Eat a bunch of eggs in the morning.
How you feeling after your workout this morning? Coming in here to get a workout later?
Yeah, I feel sore already.
Yeah.
It was definitely an intensive workout. I've never done snatches. Well, never done them right, I would say. So that was the first time I've had them broken down that much. But it was nice to get through that.
Yeah.
I haven't been injured, which is a plus.
I feel like starting CrossFit, it's like kind of smokes you for the rest of your day the first couple weeks, but then once you get into the routine, it almost gives me more energy the rest of the day. Like I don't know about you, but I like working out in the morning like you guys do. And then coming here and doing all this stuff makes it a little bit easier later in the day.
Yeah, it does. If it weren't for doing it in the morning, I probably wouldn't have as good of a day.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably never get to the workout in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we really appreciate you guys coming out. You guys have showed us some things that, even though we've been doing this for a while with the Bridge, have never broken things down like that.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys having us and welcoming us in. We just love coaching, so
Yeah.
that's why this is our favorite part about coming to the events. Like at NorCal, they had like a rowing clinic, and we got to teach a couple rowing classes on site there, which was awesome. Like that's the kind of stuff that we really enjoy, teaching people. And just like I said, just helping people be obsessed with it as I am, or even if I can get someone just in the door to like realizing why this stuff is important, that's enough for me.
Yeah, I found with getting older, the more I have to work at not feeling my age.
Yep.
And CrossFit has definitely been a huge and significant help with that.
Yeah, and it is work to
Yeah.
do that, but it's, you know, you even just saying that is already like a better mindset than most people are just like, oh well, you know, you wouldn't get it. Wait till you turn like 40. Like it's like, hey dude, if you keep telling yourself that, you're just gonna give yourself reasons and excuses to sit on your ass and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
But it's work to stay healthy, but again, you only have one problem when your health declines. So
Yes, this is true. Yeah, we've always had the exercise component in this program, and when we first started trying to get that implemented, we had noticed an immediate change in guys' work ethic.
yeah,
You know, they went from, you know, waking up at noon to never working out, eating horrible, and no work ethic. And once they came into our program, they get up early, and as soon as they get into the routine of working out, getting in shape, eating healthy, that has transferred into their work day.
Yep.
Meaning they're able to work longer, harder, their endurance is built up, and their ability to obviously get homework done afterwards is there, and then they sleep better at night.
Yep.
You know, CrossFit has been just across the board for us a blessing.
yeah.
And these guys love it. I mean, they actually look forward to getting up early, working out, and starting their day.
And then ball slams, handstand push-ups, maybe running.
Yeah, we should ask about like what kind of
Let's just do
loops
running
they
the
have or
third day. Let's do
something.
running the third day.
Well, even then, we should still ask for farmer carry.
Yeah, farmer's carry, handstand push-ups. And ball slams, and they can modify to push-ups on the dumbbells.
Okay.
Yeah. But maybe for everyone, we work on handstand holds.
They had a set of rings connected to that pull-up bar, so they could, and those would be easy to scale.
Right. Oh, for push-ups. Yeah, but I don't think any of those guys need to scale push-ups. Because they were all doing push-ups in the warm-up today. No problem.
Okay.
It's hard in this. I mean, you guys are
So we'll write up a lesson plan for that. You'll write up a lesson plan and you can teach. And I'll just help you with spotting for handstand push-ups as they kick up. Have you done a lot of that?
You what?
Spotting handstand kick-ups? Okay, I'll help with that. So,
You haven't lived when you've been to Monterey.
really, it's amazing.
It's a natural landscape, and it is amazing. It is
Weather
amazing.
here and just how pretty California is wild. It's so beautiful. Open, rolling hills. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, Monterey is amazing. It's because it's the Bay. It could be this hot, but there's always a breeze.
Oh wow.
And it's just the natural landscape is so captivating. It's
Is
just
there anything cool around here, like beaches, parks, anything like that?
I'm new to Napa.
Yeah.
I'm the house manager, and I've only been here for 2 years. But as
Yeah.
far as beaches, no. We're in the valley.
Gotcha.
But you have parks
Yeah.
that we go to
Yeah.
where they water ski and
Oh, wow.
and go on the canoe,
Yeah.
kayak.
Kayak.
Yeah, but as far as the beach, no. Not that I know.
Tomorrow you guys work out at 6 a.m., right?
Whatever time you guys say we do.
No, whatever time you guys say. I don't want to throw your schedule off. So 6
Okay.
a.m.? Is that what you guys normally do?
That's what we do, but the best thing to do is ask.
Okay, I'll ask
her.
Aaron. Okay. Well, we just want to make sure we don't, throw the schedule off. That's important. Discipline, schedule, consistency. But do you have anything you want to do tomorrow, workout-wise?
No, I'm not really too keen. I don't do the kick up
stuff.
Yeah,
We won't
so-
do all that. We'll do some gymnastic skills, but we'll find
Okay.
a way to, whatever you feel comfortable with, we'll make it perfect.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys
thank
are
so much.
awesome.
All right, hey,
We'll see
appreciate
you.
it. Let's go say goodbye to those guys. Potentially back at the house later, but definitely in the morning. And then anything specifically you want out of a workout tomorrow, or you don't really care? Okay. All right. If you think of anything in the morning, just let me know. So whatever we can help with. All right. Hey, have a good day, man. Yeah.
See you, dude.
to you, bro.
It's that good stuff. You see the jackpot, man.
You're taking it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Hey, we might be back later this afternoon, but we'll be back in the morning. You guys said handstand?
Oh, yeah, handstand and bar work.
Okay.
For sure.
We may save the bar for Wednesday so we can do all handstands tomorrow. But we'll definitely teach both.
All right.
Awesome. Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
See
you guys later.
All right, man.
You get everyone?
You know, and it's a smaller, it's different, it's a unique program, and it's a smaller, like, family style environment.
Yeah.
So you actually do build, you know, solid relationships. You learn how to deal with all the interpersonal, you know, stuff here. There's really no hiding. Like in a larger program, you can kind of keep things a little bit more hidden.
Yeah.
But here, everything's very highlighted. So, meaning they need to, you know, they're confronted with their own heart issues more, and they're held accountable. We hold the guys to a high standard.
Yeah.
You know, because we want them to hold themselves to a high standard, which is one of the reasons we, you know, obviously utilize CrossFit and what we do, because that, you know, equips them. It's all transferable. That's what I love about the kind of fitness component. It's transferable to life.
Right.
You know, ultimately, and that's one of the reasons we use that here to teach them, you know, how to work hard.
Yeah.
Even when it's uncomfortable.
Right. Even when it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Which is pretty much every day, but that's.
I mean, we all go through it. Like some days we're just like, you know what, screw this, and you know. And whenever we leave, he was fortunate enough to not have done anything stupid and came back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It's just
Came
ups
back.
and downs of every
Yeah,
day,
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. I was never in like I was never in a residential halfway house like this, but I was in inpatient treatment for 4 months, and a lot of guys signed themselves out, or guys who couldn't, leaving, running.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking for anything right now just to fulfill those requirements for the last couple months, you know. And then once my schedule opens up and I have a little bit more flexibility, then I'll probably change my career path, because I'm going to school as well.
Okay, for what?
EMT.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
And that's what you want to do full time for a career?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to be a flight medic. Flight nurse. You know.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Like on airplanes or
on a
like helicopter? Yeah, helicopter.
I think that would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I actually, the lady who owned the gym that I first started at, she was a flight medic, or an EMT, helicopter EMT, emergency EMT. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's what are you looking for now? Just anything?
Just kind of like a whatever job. You know, like I've applied at Home Depot, Walmart, Napa Auto, Costco, just something to fill that gap until I can, you know, transfer. But yeah.
And so you're right, almost at the 10-month mark.
So my program was extended an extra month. When I first got here, that was kind of like the agreement. Because over the course of like 2 years, I applied to this program 6 different times.
Yeah.
And never showed up.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, we kind of want to see how serious you are, type thing.
Yeah.
So when I finally did show up after the 6th time, Anthony, program manager, was like, okay, well, just to know like how serious you are, we're going to give you a 13-month program right off the bat.
Yeah.
And so I've been here for almost 11 months.
Nice.
But yeah, it's my 10-month mark in the program, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Were you coming from just drugs, alcohol, or?
Yeah, this is the longest I've had sober in what, like 16, 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you?
30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started using heroin when I was like 13.
Yeah.
And cousin introduced it to me. So I went straight IV. And just kind of been downhill, you know what I mean? Just gained a bunch of things, lost a lot of things over and over, and you know the routine, but yeah. So, been to multiple programs, been on Suboxone maintenance, methadone maintenance.
Right.
You know, none of that's
Cold turkey this time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not on anything. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know when you started here, did they have that kind of CrossFit program, or was that new, or?
They told me that they went to the gym every morning.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was thinking like, okay, cool, you know, like do the treadmill for an hour, whatever, you know what I mean? And then it was not anything like that when I first got in. So, you know, we wake up at 4:30 every morning, so it's like, okay, like my first 2 months, I dreaded waking up.
Yeah.
Just because I knew what was coming at the gym.
Yeah.
And it's still like a love-hate relationship with CrossFit for sure, but I hated it the first couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you learn at Wine Country CrossFit?
Yeah, that's initially where we were going when I first got here, and then we kind of gradually worked our way into getting equipment and all that kind of stuff and transferring to what we got now. But
You like working out your better?
it's more convenient,
Right.
But all the people over there are cool, you know?
Yeah.
So I miss that. But yeah.
Is that something you think you'll take with you after the program is
Yeah,
part
for
of that
sure.
a little
I've
bit?
already thought about that. I think I'm gonna continue with my membership over at Wine Country. Yeah, just because the camaraderie that we have over there with everyone, all the coaches and everything, it's cool, you know.
Yeah. Good people, good influences, and maybe a sense of accomplishment after a workout, and
Yeah.
mental component. I mean, everything else is like you just rest and do whatever you want for however long you want. CrossFit's like you do this fast
And do it right.
this many reps and do it right.
It's like most people would do like a mile run for their workout, but that's like the warm up. You know what I mean for CrossFit.
So warm up is most people's workout.
Yeah.
How do you? I feel like this would be such a high stress job.
I mean, it can
Lifestyle.
be.
Yeah, I mean, just the stakes. I don't know. I'm a very emotional person, so I get
Yeah.
emotionally invested in a lot of things,
Mhm.
and the people I work with and stuff. Especially, so, you know, I could only imagine. Probably you're similar, but just getting emotionally invested in every guy in there, and you know, I worked at a halfway house as a house manager for a little bit, and it was just like, dang, you get emotionally invested. It's
been a steep learning curve over
stressful.
Yeah, it definitely can be, and obviously, I think most oftentimes we want, we want their recovery more than they do.
Yeah, that's the worst.
You know, but it's really a perspective and how you look at it, and remembering that I'm here to serve them. They're not here for me. You know, we're here to try to help them grow and develop and transition successfully into life, and then hopefully continue being around, involved, serving at the Bridge, serving at the church, growing and developing at work, being prepared to be fathers and husbands.
Yeah.
So just amazing stories of like reconciliation that are happening, with our guys that are graduating, being reunited with their kids, having success in employment. And so our numbers, obviously we can't serve high numbers, but we can
Make a
serve
big impact with those people. Yeah. That's what it's about.
Quality,
Quality over quantity.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
So, and then with each one of these guys that are impacted, hopefully they impact a few other, and so on and so forth.